everyone. Sorry I'm so late, but I've been waiting for all the noise outside to kind of calm down. Let's get ready for our workout today. My name is Cindy with Powerhouse Gym. This is a full body blast. I do have my weights and my mat ready, but let's get started with the warm up first. It's great to see you this morning. Nice and easy, good. Great to see you. Just do a little step side to side. Remember, with every class, go at your own pace, not my pace, not anybody else's. Good. Nice little pull. So I may ask if you can still hear me from time to time. This should be very temporary, but these are our obstacles when we film outside. I don't really have a choice. My house is gutted from water damage, and I have all of my available space is being taken up by furniture being stored in the garage and backyard. So this is really my only option. I thank you for hanging in there with me. Let's have a good time and a great workout. Oh, that feels so good. So today I have 2 weights blocks. So we'll do block number 1, 5 exercises, knees up to the front, and then we'll repeat it. Then we move on to the second block. I've got a cardio blast and an ab blast. So the structure will be a little different today. I'm really excited about it, but it will be a fantastic workout. Good, just bring the knees up. Loosen things up. There you go. 4, 3, tap backs. I just want you to tap that foot back and reach the arm forward. There you go. Tap back. And I'm down in a semi-squat. If you need to lower your volume or if you need to mute me, that's fine. Just keep watching. You got it. In 4, 3, 2, rotation. Oh, that feels good. Woo, wake up the body. Wake up the hips and the low back. Let's do a punch side to side. You've got it. Uppercut. Make sure you're turning those heels and turning those knees. And hook. Take that shoulder around. Just loosen things up. Beautiful. Good job, friends. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, side to side. Good. You can either do a steer with a hop or a step touch, but come down a little bit more. That way you can start to engage the muscles in the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes. So you want the knees soft, come down a little bit more, activate those muscles. Keep that tummy nice and tight. Good. Pull the heels back again, this time with a little tricep press back. Beautiful. Going to try to fit in a little arm blast too, okay? So I'll try to get a little bit of everything for us. Good. Now let's do that rotation again. Woo. I love this move. This is one of my favorites because I feel like it really stretches out the lateral side of my hips and it helps warm up my low back. Now take the arms out. Good. Bend your knees a little bit more. Take those heels with you. Reach it up. Oh, that feels great. And it's a beautiful morning. I'm glad it's not like 100 degrees right now. I'm really surprised that it hasn't gotten so hot, but I don't want to jinx myself or anybody else because you know how our summers go here. Like by 9 it's 90. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is take one foot back, place your heel all the way down and reach and down. And I'm rocking both feet. If you can see, my toe comes up, my heel comes up, okay? Please keep your feet on the ground for this one. Then we'll move into lifting the back leg. But for right now, I really need to warm up that calf. and the Achilles tendon in the feet. So make sure you're coming up and then back. Now start lifting the back leg, and you will start lifting the front leg. Good. So what I'm doing here is a squeeze back into the gluteal area. Keep the core tight. And in this front leg, I'm pulling my heel back, okay? Lift and pull the heel back. Good. Good. Lift. You got it. 4, 3, 2, one more. And sit back and just hold a light stretch, yeah? I'm so glad that you're able to work out with me this morning. Come back and let's go to the other side. First step onto the toe. First step onto the toe. Good. So pull the toe back on this one and lift the heel on the other one. Couple more. Good. Start lifting up that back leg. And you want to give this little push a nice little squeeze, okay? Give it a squeeze. Remember, with all of our exercises, you go at your own pace, okay? So we'll be setting the timer for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Go for as long as you can. Take breaks. One more. One more. Great. Okay, sit it back. Oh, that feels good. Hey, Aubrey. Good to see you, girl. I'll be so happy to see you next week. Yay. Okay, ready? Let's take it down to a little squat. Oh my, I think I just felt yesterday's squats. Nice and easy. Yes, so we'll have classes at Powerhouse starting next week. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to have a much better lineup than anybody else's area. Woohoo! I can't wait for our Friday mornings again. Oh boy, girls, we are going to burn, burn, burn. Oh, that's great. 2 more. 1 more. Let's change this to a deadlift. So I just want you to skim the hands down, about mid-thigh, or calf, and down, up. Oh, that's great. Couple more, and then we'll grab our weights and get going, okay? One more. Oh my God, I feel yesterday. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our weights. Let me start the timer. We're going to get started first with a squat curl. Always err on the side of lighter than heavier when you're first starting, okay? Yeah, let's see. 1 minute, 30 seconds. We've got about 12 to 13 second rest, so you can knock out a few more reps if you want. And let's go. And he'll let us know when we're moving on. Take knees up. Okay. Feet are more narrow. It's not necessarily a sumo. Hands to the sides. And up. Squeeze, yeah? So make sure that you're coming down. Come up, squeeze your buns, and squeeze your biceps. So this is a nice compound move. We're using more than one joint. And I like to say multi-muscles, yeah? Combo moves. That's the easiest way to remember that. You want to sit back. Ready? Sit back with the hips, come down. Now let's just say that your knees are still a little tight this morning. They're not awake, your back isn't awake. Right here. Give me a baby squat, but just make sure to push the hips back. It can be small, squeeze, up, small, squeeze, up. If you don't feel like you're warmed up enough, do all of this body weight. Just squeeze the front of your arms when you pull up into a bicep curl. Maybe on the 3rd or 4th exercise, you'll pick up your weights. Hey Amanda, good to see you. Hey Iz. I think we've got Jamie here too. Woo. I really want to do these full body workouts because I'm telling you, starting next week, we're all going to have this face. right? We're gonna be burning. So I wanna make sure everybody's ready. We'll maximize our workouts this week. That way we're on top of our game when we hit back. One more. Okay, next one. Lunge backs. You can continue with the curls, or you can hold the arms in an isometric. I'll show you a few variations. Right and left. Ay, ay, ay. So one key about these lunges, only come down to where you feel you can keep good form. And make sure that your shoulders are back. Keep your arms still by your body. We don't want these swinging around. That's going to force you to use your shoulder girdle, your chest a little bit, yes, because you're tight right here holding everything. All the muscles in between the shoulder blades, and also your core. So all of those muscles are more activated when you're able to keep proper posture. That's why I really focus on these things, because you have to remember, the more muscles you have active, the better form you have, less risk of injury, but also you maximize your calorie burn, your muscular endurance, and your strength. So really try to key in to how your posture is when you're doing these exercises. So I don't want to do this. Look at my hands. Still, back.
10 seconds.
Even if I speed up, maintain control. You can knock out a couple more. Okay, set them down. Right leg, power warrior 3. Take the right toe back, lift, hold it, and up and squeeze, yeah? You want to hold a dumbbell right here, you can. Only bring it to here, or you can do a row with it. Pull it up, that's up to you. But I'm just drawing the arm back and shoulders forward. That standing leg is soft, so I'm not locking out that knee. Let's just say this is a little too much. How about you slide the foot back and reach? Do you have to lift that leg up? No. Hold tight with the standing leg, activate the front and back of the legs. And now let's switch. And I'll show you again. Ready? So you can slide back and come up. And remember to lean forward a little bit in that reach. Okay? I'll start lifting up that leg. Can you hold on to something? Of course you can. You want to do a single-legged deadlift? Go right ahead. So all of my people from class, you know your variations. Go with it. Now when I do this reach, I'm really activating my arms. I'm reaching forward, tightening up my shoulders. Good. You can knock out a couple more. Okay. Hit the ground, mountain climber. We'll do a mountain climber, then a bicycle, abs. So let's start here. I want your arms strong. Pull the knees in. Tummy's pulled in. Got it. Nice and strong. Keep it strong. Squeeze your tummy to pull that knee in. Now hold here. Pull your heel back. Squeeze the back of your leg. Don't just flip your leg. Squeeze. Squeeze. Press your thighs together. It's a little bit more balance work. But if you can have your feet together, give your thighs a light squeeze. Like if you're holding a ball between the knees. Almost there.
10 seconds.
Woo. One more. Okay. Flip over bicycle. I love these. All right. So your bicycle, I'll start with my feet on the ground, and then I'll switch it. So you can either go here, or you can go ahead and take your feet up and kick these out. You can do it. After this, we come up and do that squat curl again. Almost there. You can always put the feet back on the ground. You can also come up here. This is fun. Just keep the tummy tight. Low back is lightly pressing into the ground.
10 seconds.
Don't pull with the neck. Good. Rock and roll it up. And let's come to standing. Ugh. And I'm going to hold at my mat. And we're going back to that squat curl. Ugh. Ready? Of course you're ready. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. So squat is very important. We want to make sure the toes don't go beyond the knees. And we also want to make sure that we're maximizing our muscle use. I don't want to fall into these. Even if I go faster, I want control. So down, up, squeeze. Control on your way down with that bicep curl too. Keep the core in tight. Come up here, squeeze your core. Keep the core tight. Ooh, you got it. I know you love this. I love these too. Almost there, 30 seconds. So everything's a minute and 30. You could do 20 seconds, rest, or maybe do 10 and rest. 10 and rest. You can go with the squats. If you need a break, you can go ahead and just do the bicep curl. It's fine. Nice tight squeeze. Woo! Don't forget about squeezing your booty. Beautiful. Okay, lunge backs. Okay, shoulders back. If you would like to do a double pulse, you can go 1, 2, up. 1, 2, that's fine. Ooh, those burn nicely. Got it. Nice and easy. Take that leg back. Come up and push through those feet. Got it, friends. How are we feeling with this so far? Pretty good. I'm going to go back to singles. I like mixing it up. Shoulders back, we don't collapse. Beautiful. .20 seconds. job.
10 seconds.
Oh my. Okay, I'm going to use one dumbbell. And this will give me a little bit more power through my single-legged deadlift / warrior. So, I'm going to hold here, or hold on the side of your dumbbells. I'm breathing out as I'm lifting, okay? Why? That's where the work gets, okay? That's where I'm exerting the most, is through the lift. Got it. Yeah, feel it. And switch. Short-lived, the noise is short-lived. It'll finish. Woo! It won't be long, we're almost done. I feel it, friends. Yowzers.
10 seconds.
More. Okay, mountain climber. Get this mat out. Hit that plank. You can do a plank. Nice strong hands. Right here. Shoulders. Gonna cross over. Hold the tummy in. Hips are down in line with your shoulder blades. Good, now switch this, pull the heels back. Squeeze the back of your leg, keep the glutes firm. The creases of your elbows in the front, the creases, they should be pointing forward. Fingertips are forward. Good, go back to the knee. Seconds. Heels. With control, squeeze the back of the leg, your core, arms, glutes, legs. Whew. Okay, come down. We're going to do star taps. Press the low back into the ground. Take your feet up. 1. And I'm going to reach, switch. You don't have to reach. You can just hold the chest and the shoulders like this. That's fine. And the elbows. Or you can reach it up. You can also put your feet on the ground and pull the knees in. Especially if you start to get a little tired, that's fine. Go ahead. Do what you need to do. If you pick up your speed, have control. press with a curl. Then a row. Oh, I'm not gonna need the mat again. So we'll lay this down and just keep it here. Okay, grab your weights. Arnold press. So up, flip, press, flip, and down. Okay. So first, knuckles face me, palms face away. Then I come back and down. Okay. Knuckles to me, palms to me, knuckles away, palms away. Okay. I like this one. If you pick up your pace, remember control.
Halfway there.
After this, we're doing a right arm row, and then we come down to the mat. Okay? So, let's be ready to lose the weight and come down to the mat.
10 seconds.
Woo! Okay, row, then plank. Have your mat ready. So, right side, you can either be here or down lower, or you can be in a plank doing a row. It's half time with this, and then half time in the plank. Okay? You could do running mountain climbers if you want for that. You can hold your plank, you can do Spider-Man planks, you can do push-ups. But we're coming to the ground halfway through. Now my back is flat, shoulders are pulled back. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades, and I'm trying to pull the weight close to my rib and giving it a little squeeze in here with my elbow. Almost there. Pump, pump, pump. And almost. Ground. Woo! Time it perfectly. I'm going to tap side to side. Boom, the boom, boom. I'm going to go 2 knees in, 2 side to side. Ready? 1, 2, out, out. Like a little dance. Kind of makes it fun. So the truth, why I offer so many variations, I can't do the same thing for very long. My mind likes to do many things at once. So that's why you'll see me switch up arms and feet all the time. Anybody else have that problem? Okay. You're ready for row time. So imagine you have a towel right here, and when you pull this in, you're squeezing in that towel, okay? That's how you're gonna maximize the work in the lettuce and the store side, which go, keep going, you keep going, okay? From the shoulder girdle, big sheet runs down and back. It's a big muscle, but the fibers run in a diagonal direction. So we need to get this little squeeze here. What happens when I pull a little higher? I'm using a little bit more of the higher part of the lat, deeper into the armpit, and then my posterior shoulder. I really want most of the work to be here in that larger area that comes down into the hip. And come down to the ground, friends. So form is really important, not just for safety. Do some knees, do some taps, but also to maximize the muscle work. That's why form is so important. It's also a reason why people who work out, but they never see growth and development. They either don't have good form, they don't have enough rest time to recuperate, or maybe they don't have enough variety for those muscle groups, enough, strength training, just a variety of things. But form and how we squeeze is important. Okay, so now one squat, one deadlift. And I'll show you that deadlift from the side. So, shoulders back. Squat. Now, soft knees that come to about the kneecap and up, okay? So, I'm not collapsing my spine. Watch my spine. It's like I have a grate in my shoulder blades, okay? Here. Squeeze your tush first, then come forward with a flat back. So, one key, keep the shoulder blades back, like you're holding something. It's not necessary to come low to get a good deadlift, especially if your hamstrings are not that flexible. A lot of it has to do with flexibility of your low back, hips, and your hamstrings. So I don't want you collapsing, trying to stretch your move. Don't do that. Good form. Push your hips back and slide the arms down. So the key with that deadlift is to take those hips and push them back. That's the key. I'm not locking my hips into this position and then trying to lean. I'm actually sitting back into that deadlift.
10 seconds.
You got this. Okay. All right, we got to go back to the front of the exercises. Ready? You can be in a stagger stand here. If you want a little bit more, you can be in a lunge. So you can here, press, and halfway through, you can switch. You can do every other. Whoop. So you can pick how you do these. It's up to you. This also adds a little bit more for balance and core. I'm going to come down in a hammer curl because as you can see, these might impale me and I kind of need to be alive for the next several weeks. We have a lot to do. I'm so conscious with these weights. So, it's not always form. You gotta be real conscious of what you're using, where everything is. Ooh, I like this. I feel the glutes holding on as I hold that static lunge. I feel the hamstrings working. But I also feel the core on overdrive. This is what I'm talking about when I say maximize your muscle.
10 seconds.
Right? Good. Okay, next one. Real plank. So on the next one, I'm coming down to an elbow plank. That'll be fun. Ready? Let's get into position here. We'll start with this arm so you can see how this moves. So I'm going to come down a little bit lower. I have a slight rotation here in my torso, but I'm not trying to focus on that. I'm just pulling back as far as I can and getting just a tiny bit of an oblique squeeze. But it's more so that I can get a tighter squeeze in my lats, okay? I'm not using this as an ab exercise for the obliques. It's lats. But my obliques are helping me pull back a little bit further, if that makes sense. And by coming down lower, the exercise is more challenging because now there's more load. Good. Take it down. Coming down to the elbows. You can do a walking plank, elbows to hands, and then drop down. And I'm taking my time with this. I pause for a moment. And I come down. Only 15 more seconds, so it's not a big deal.
Seconds.
that will on the other side. Ready? Got it. Tight core, shoulders are back. Feel good and strong with this. This is a great move. Come on down, friends. So I'm coming down to that elbow plank, and you do the variation you need. If you're done with the planks, do donkey kicks. Now start that plank walk. Come on up. Let's go ahead and do that squat deadlift. If you want to do 2 deadlifts, you can. So I'm going to do 1 squat, 2 deadlifts. Ready? 1, and 2. Here I go. Got it. Do doubles, whatever you want. It's good that we're doing this, friends. These are all strong moves, whole body. And remember, you can do body weight only. Just squeeze extra tight. Got it. Remember to engage that core. So when I come up, I'm holding that belly button in, and then at the top of the movement, when I squeeze the glutes, I'm pulling in the belly button tighter. So right here, tighter. Okay, we're gonna do a quick arm blast. Then we'll go ahead and get some extra abs. So we need to work a little bit of triceps. We're going to hinge, press, press. And we're gonna mix it up, okay? So half time here, half time in a different move. So it's about 45 seconds. I think time works really well instead of counting. What you can do is if you have me on an iPad, it's easier to see. But you'll see how we switch off every 45 seconds when you're working out on your time. Maybe you'll put your music on one device, and then maybe you'll have a timer on something else. But it's a lot easier than counting, etc. And come up, good. Draw this upwards, just straight on. Keep this off the shoulders, and I'm gonna press. 1. Now both. 2. Elbows are narrow. This is getting the front part of the shoulder. But guess what? I'm working harder if I don't allow the dumbbells or my elbows to rest on my chest. I don't want them resting here. I want them up. Yeah? 1, 2, now double. Lift. Lift. 1, 2. 1, 2. finish it. Woo. Okay. Same pattern, but this time a lateral. So one to the side and then both together. Lift. Lift together. 1, 2. Lift. Lift. Notice that I'm not swinging my body. Watch from the side. Ready? You don't want to do this. Watch. I'm using my hips, my core more, and I'm also using different parts of my shoulder and back for that movement. These muscles are small. So the muscles along the sides of your shoulder are small. That's why it's hard to do this move with heavy weight. So you need to level up into your strength. You're not muscling up by swinging. Okay, keep going. Control. That's how you get the muscles stronger, and that's how you actually develop them. You're not going to develop them by swinging. So if you're wondering why you're lifting heavy weight and the sides of your shoulders aren't developing and you're swinging, that's probably why. And it's just a disaster for your back. Okay, front lifts, singles, up. Now it's not this. Please don't do that. Control. You should be able to give it a slight pause. And then down. You can pause for 1, 2, and down. And it's still a challenge, but you can control. Then that's a good weight. If you have to drop it down fast, it's too heavy for you. Also, if you're doing this, it's too heavy, friends. Sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Good. Couple more. One more. Now, I'm going to pull this up. 1, 2, 3. Almost there. Then we do it at both. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Here. Up. 1, 2, 3. Good morning, everyone. A little bit more. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1 more. Okay, so let's hit the ground. We're going to do a nice little ab blast. I really like this. Let me get the timer ready. I'm going to do 40 seconds. I'll do 10 exercises and I'll bump it up to 50 seconds. I think that'll be good. Okay. We don't really need any rest. So I'm going to do a 4-second in between each one. So this is a great one. I'll post this little timer. You basically put how many rounds you want to do or repetition, how many sets, how much your time is, and how much your rest time is. You hit the button, and then it'll tell you when to work and when to break. So I'll make sure to put that up there, because I'm sure some of you would like to use that. So I'm going to do little twisters. Grab 1 dumbbell. It's a slight lean back. You can extend your legs and open your feet. You don't have to be bent, and you can go side to side, especially if you have issues with your hip flexors or back. So you can be here with the feet out and go side to side, or here and side to side. You keep going. I'm going to turn this down. Good. Hold your dumbbell, whatever you have, water bottle, however you need to. Scissors. Okay. Low back into the ground. Scoop your pelvis under a little bit. Belly button in. 1, 2, 1, Try not to arch your neck. You shouldn't be arching your neck or your spine. If you're arching your neck or your spine, bring your feet down and pull one leg up at a time. Form is very important here. You do not want to hurt your neck or your back. If you need a little more, you can come here. I love floor work. Good. Okay. We're moving on to the reverse curl.
Let's go.
Pull your belly button in, and you can either do one leg at a time and crunch your lower tummy, the portion of your lower tummy, or you can pull both knees back. Don't worry about how high you lift up your legs or your hips. Just roll your legs back into the tummy area, and then just squeeze your tummy. If your tailbone does not come up off the ground, or your hips, that's okay. This is all about how you're squeezing. Whether or not your hips come up is like secondary, okay? So don't focus on that.
10 seconds.
Mine come up because I do these like a million times. So practicing helps. But these are what I do. So this is my job. So I can do these. But it comes with time and practice. Okay.
Let's
So
go.
next, let's go side to side. So I'm going to go 1, 2, stop, heel, heel. Yeah? Oblique. And then this crunch will also work my obliques and my transverse abdominis and rectus abdominis. So that entire ab wall, the deeper layer, the superficial layer, and then also the obliques, which help with your side-to-side flexion, so that little side-to-side move that I'm doing, lateral flexion, it helps with that. Those obliques work. And then when I do that little twist, my obliques work. So this is a good one because it incorporates everything. Keep going, don't wait. Give me a time. Keep going. Good. One more. Okay, so move into a side plank. Right here. You can be on the knee, or you can be on both feet. Just make sure that your shoulder blade is pulled back. This is nice and tight, so keep the hip up.
Halfway there.
Keep it here. You're doing it full time. 10 or 50 seconds. So come down to the knee if you need to. That's up to you.
10 seconds.
You can do it. And then we'll quickly switch, okay? Why not? Switcheroo. We're almost there. We're halfway there.
Let's go.
It's a lot easier for me to stay open on this side. So you'll find sides that are good, some that are working against you. So just work on those strengths and weaknesses. Everybody has different abilities.
Halfway there.
You got it.
Seconds.
5 seconds. Woo. Oh, I like those. Okay, next one's up.
Let's go.
We're going to get into a little plank with a reach. So get onto the hands. And I'm just going to tap out. Tap to the front. You can do these on one knee or on two knees. And my feet are hip distance apart for this. I want you to tighten up your thighs. So tighten up the tops of your thighs, your quads. Squeeze your glutes a little bit. Keep the tummy pulled in. So I don't want this. Pull your hips up so they're in line with your hip, your shoulder blades.
seconds.
And I'm planting my hand or tapping, either way. So just go as far as you can with your reach. Woo! Okay, here we go. So, on the back.
Let's go.
We're gonna do little crunches. 1, 2, 3, pulse, and then up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, hold, and down. 1, 2, hold, and down. Imagine somebody's pulling you from your chest. I'm not straining my neck. And don't worry about how high you come up, okay?
Halfway there.
Just think about your squeeze.
Seconds.
One more.
Yes.
Woo! Okay,
Let's go.
so place your hands on the floor next to you. Scoop your pelvis under. And then I want you to lift your heels up and then tap your heels. You can do one leg at a time or two. So this is just tabletop and then down. I am maintaining my low back on the ground. I am not arching my spine and my neck. Everything stays on the ground.
Halfway there.
And I don't mean that I'm forcing my spine. I just mean that I can feel that the skin on my low back is touching the ground. Okay?
10 seconds.
You got it.
Yes.
Okay, I think we're doing that. We're going to do an isometric
Last
hold.
round.
Ready? We're going to hold. And I just want you to breathe. I want you to imagine that you're sewing your ribs together. So each side of your rib cage, I want you to imagine that you're knitting or sewing them together. Okay? You can fit like 3 fingers underneath your chin and you're just looking like up and out, not forward and not straight up. Just up and out.
Halfway there.
My belly button is pulled in. My feet are lightly pressing into the ground. My tummy, my pelvis girdle, my pelvic girdle is scooped under a little bit. So my tailbone is kind of tilted up like a bowl.
10 seconds.
I'm keeping that tummy tight. There's a tight squeeze in my thighs. So there's a lot going on. So think about that. Think about that squeeze. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! I'm so excited. We did a great job today. Bring one knee in, extend the other leg. Stretch out the hip flexors. So that was nice. And switch sides. Oh, this is such a great stretch. Take time to do this. Bring that leg down, bend your knees, and now just look to the right. Light stretch to the neck, and to the left. Right. Now to the left, and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral. Now let's bring the knees to one side, so just shift your hips so that you can get there. And remember, if this is too much, put a pillow down under your knees or roll up a towel, and then that way you can stretch comfortably. Okay, just hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Hi, little dead man. My little Buddha guy, he helps me remember sometimes you need to slow down, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. I have this guy, one in my backyard, and I have one in my house. But he just kind of reminds me to take a pause, take a deep breath in, and remember that I can't take on the world, but I can take on one little thing at a time, right? Okay, so now let's shift and go to the other side. Ooh, this is a great stretch for your back, your obliques, your shoulder, chest, even the side of your thigh. And Let it come all the way up. Either roll or rock and roll it up. Okay. I hope you had a good time. Let's stretch the back of the legs because we did work them. You can have your feet wider if your legs are a little tight, or bring them in closer. And just give me a little stretch here. Relax your neck. And slowly come up. Oh, that felt good. Switch. Good. Roll it out. And let's cross one arm. And switch sides. Ooh, it's starting to warm up. I knew it would sooner or later. And shake it out. Take a nice deep breath in, enjoy your day, and I hope to see you in tomorrow's class. I'll post it a little bit later, but it'll be either at 8:45 or 9, probably 9. Let's take a nice deep breath in. My name is Cindy Santos with Powerhouse Gym. I'm so happy to see you today. Up and up. Woo! You're awesome for being here. Thank you so much. Have a great day.